Welcome to Projects for All. My name's Mike, and today we have a two-stage 80-volt big old beast of a snowblower sent down here for free by PowerSmart. This thing is seriously heavy duty. It weighs about 140 pounds. The batteries are huge, and all we're going to do today is take it out of the box, check out the initial quality and put it together, check out the controls and see how it works. And when it snows, we're gonna get it back out and do a second quick video seeing how well it works. So it is the last weekend in September. I'm wearing shorts because it's freaking nice out and there's no snow in sight. So come on in here, let's check this thing out, see if it's any good. So I know we have a couple carryovers from last year, two snowblowers we didn't get to check out, but there was 0 snow last year. I mean, 3 inches, and then half an hour later it started raining, and I was using them and filming them, and yeah, it just didn't work out. So we're gonna do those too, don't worry. But this one I hope we get to check. Not that I want snow, but we got snowblowers to test. This comes with a 2-year warranty. It's got a 1-800 number for customer support. And there we are. Loose in the box, we got a bag, clear with some hardware. We got the chute clearance stick. Looks like it's got a little hook on it. Here is our massive 80-volt battery. This thing is huge. There's your contacts for charging. This thing's a total monster. It's got a nice handle. I pre-charged this, I fished it out of there. It has cooling vents, and you can see the cells right inside there. There's a fan on the charger right here that will blow air, and you can hear it straight through this thing. Once we do a little demo, we deplete this a little bit, I'll throw it on the charger so you can hear how much noise it makes. This thing is solid. This feels like good quality. It's got some weight to it. It's got a fan in it. Very nice big old charger. This thing was nicely packed. The auger is zip tied to a piece of wood. This has got 13-inch tires. These are 13-inch high by 4.1 by 6-inch wheels. Nice powder coating on the wheels, nice knobby tires. They're PowerSmart branded. The only assembly we're gonna have to do is a 2-piece handle, a lower, and then the upper, and then attach the chute, and that's it. So we'll do that real quick. The bolts are pre-installed here. There's our hardware, 8.8, I think that's grade 5. Handle's nice and beefy looking, decent powder coat. I mean, it's a snowblower. It ain't trying to win a beauty pageant. You have 4 bolts to attach this lower handle, 12mm on the bolts. Nice and secure. Came with a quick assembly 1-page sheet. Let's see what's in our bag of hardware. Look good, plastic. Here's our bolts for installing our top handle. We got a way to secure our cables. There's 3 of those. We get an extra key. The lockout key is already installed, but we'll get to that in a minute. And we got extra pins. These I'm sure are extra. This is what holds each individual blade for the auger in place. Nothing wrong with having a few extras. The top handle is already connected to the chute with the cables. So the chute attaches to this rod here, and when the top handle obviously attaches to our lower handle. So let's see if we can't make one graceful move out of this. I doubt that's gonna happen, but we'll just set that on there so it's out of our way. Nice. This has enough tension where it just sits on there. Perfect. That wasn't hard to do at all. Even by myself, no problem. One of the fun things about having a black and a red toolbox in the background is everything seems to blend in with it. We got nylon nut and a carriage bolt. 13mm on these. Here's our connectors. Got an O-ring on this side. These just index together. A little stiff, but that's good. We can certainly zip tie this also. 2 holes on our chute. The chute's metal. Not bad. This part here is plastic that it's gonna sit on. That just goes in the tube, and there we go. Our holes line up nice. Put our bolts back in, and that should be that. 10mm on these. Last up, we got our plastic skids. Just a carriage bolt and a nut and a big fat thick washer. Good amount of adjustment on these. I'm just gonna put it just below the metal. I'll worry about adjusting it right when I get it on the floor. 13mm on these. I set it just below the metal scraper right here. We might as well start checking this out right here. We got 14 gauge metal on the outside, 1/8 of an inch on this, and the impeller on the inside. This auger assembly is held on with 4 bolts, 2 on either side, and then it's just pinned to the impeller in the back. So you could probably have this whole thing out of here in just a minute or two. We're gonna look up under here, and I would have liked to have seen maybe some better waterproofing on some of the wiring elements under here. There is some concern I have about the longevity of this. This thing's going to be out and getting wet. It's going to be throwing snow, and we all know using a snowblower and that mist of snow comes back and everything gets wet. It's a little tough to get an unobstructed view of our battery compartment. There is no rubber seals under here, but you have a fairly tight fit for that lid, and there is a ridge that runs all the way around to help try and keep moisture out. There's our latch right there. So we're gonna put this big old battery in here. If you push it down a little bit, hit that latch, you can pull it back out, push it back down, and now the battery's installed. Here's our lockout key. Drops in, clicks in nice and secure, ready to go. All right, so we're on the floor. Let's go over the controls here, and I'll show you what's up. But we have a problem, and I'm going to show you that too here in a second. There's your start button. You press it, and this green light comes on, and you now have 3 seconds to start the auger or start the drive before it goes off again. So that's your safety. You have a mechanical cable-driven chute. So this lever here operates vertical tilt, so you can shoot it snow low or shoot it real high. This lever here, it's a little stiff, not too bad. The vertical part works no matter what position it's in. Works just fine. You have this lever here. This is your speed control. You have reverse and you have forward. You have the 2 paddles on top. This one here operates the self-propelled drive. This one operates the auger. This trigger here also operates your drive. So these are the same controls. If you're operating your auger and you want to operate your drive just using one hand, you can. That's a nice design, actually. Middle is neutral. Turn it on. I've noticed it has a little bit of a delay sometimes in reverse. It's actually very easy to roll. It also has a toggle switch here. Turns on your headlight. Actually, it was already on. LED here is pretty bright. Let's talk about the problem. The problem is in here. This little bump in the sheet metal back here. This red disc, the impeller, is rubbing that little piece right there. And as I turn this, we're going backwards, but as I turn it, it gets hard to turn sometimes as the lowest part of the back of this touches this. We've already rubbed the powder coat off of it, and it's already gotten a little bit better. You can see it moves free most of the time until you hit that spot. The other part that's an issue, this one really baffled me. I started this up. The wife came out to give me a hand getting this off of the table, and right there, this is hitting that rivet back there. And it's the same on the other side, but this side's worse. So there's a loud banging noise because this floats, so it hits it dead on. You can see down here, the red paint on that rivet, it's hitting that rivet. And as I turn this, it actually kind of gets stuck. See? That is not good. Well, I guess we'll end this one here. I'm used to there being a curveball in every single video. There's always some screwball thing that I have to stop and assess and look at and figure out, is it me or is it that? This time, it's that. It's clearly hitting. That's not good. The thing's belt driven, so I'm sure the shock of it hitting that rivet every time is not good. I'm gonna send PowerSmart an email tonight. We'll see what they say. I'm sure they'll resolve it in some way. And when the snow comes, we'll get this thing back out and we'll do an update then. And we'll go from there. Always a curveball, always some goofball thing. It is what it is. Thank you for watching. Hit like if you're a nice person. or hit subscribe if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.